Hi guys, I'm Brian and I run the Brisbane Back Pain Program. This is a specialist back pain program based upon the work of Professor Stuart McGill that is designed to help you build a strong, robust and pain-free back and then understand how to keep it pain-free for the rest of your life. The program begins with an initial assessment based upon the provocation testing used by Professor McGill to help us understand the exact mechanics of your injury. So before we propose a solution and a plan to go forward, we really need to understand what's actually going on with your injury. So we need to know the mechanics of positions and movement habits you currently have that make your problem worse and are creating your pain and your injury. Once we have a clear grasp of that, then that will help us then dictate what we need to avoid in day-to-day life, but then also which exercises we can and can't use to go forward. On top of that, I'll also use some muscle impairment and movement tests of my own to help me see if you've got any common compensations going on that also need to be rectified as we go. And then the idea is then that going forward, you have a clear idea of bad movement postures and habits you need to avoid to keep the back pain free, and then exercise and movements you know that you need to do to keep the back ticking over and keep it well tuned. And if you adhere to those two lists, that is the key then to keeping your back pain-free in 10, 20, 30 or even 40 years time. But it all begins with that initial assessment. So before we propose a solution and start talking about exercises and things we need to do, we need to understand the problem first. So if you have disc bulges, if you have herniations, if you have sciatica, if you have annular tears, whatever it may be, we need to know why those injuries are there and understand how you've created them and which movement habits and postures we need to change in order to let those injuries begin to heal and let the back begin to settle down. As the program progresses, everything is then tailored towards obviously your specific injury, your abilities, but also more importantly, your goals. Because I have some people that just want to be pain-free for day-to-day life, some people that wish to return to sport, some people wish to return to heavy lifting in the gym, and some people just want to be pain-free to play with the kids or the grandkids. And all those are valid goals. We just need to make sure that your plan as we progress is tailored to give you the right movement skills and abilities to suit those goals, because everyone's got slightly different goals and everyone has slightly different injuries. The most important thing to get out of work with me is that you understand your injury clearly enough that you can manage it then going forward on your own. So that in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years times, you know exactly what to do if you have a problem with your back. But ideally, you should still be doing the things and holding yourself accountable to keep the back pain-free to begin with. But it all comes down to giving you a clear understanding of the principles at play and how they apply to you and your particular injury. I started this program back in 2013, just after I had my own back injury. And I had 2 disc bulges and a herniation. And what happened to me was obviously I went to go and see what people call the usual suspects. So I saw a couple of chiropractors and an osteopath to see what was going on. After about 6 to 7 weeks and nearly $3,000 spent, I was actually worse. And when I asked them, well, what's going on? Well, I'm not getting better. It was kind of like a shrug of the shoulders, don't really know, mate. So for me, that just made me very angry. So I decided that, instead of being sort of borderline cripple in my, mid to late 30s, I would, find out what was going on and then obviously find a solution to the problem. And that's why I took a deep dive into the work of Professor McGill. I'd heard of his name before. I took a deep dive into his work and been able to really apply it to myself and learn, by using it. I think it really helped me understand how to get through a severe back pain episode, but also get yourself back on the right track long term and get back into things that I want to do, which I enjoy doing, jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I also enjoy training with weights, particularly swinging large, heavy kettlebells, which is not everyone's cup of tea, but that's what I enjoy doing. And that's how I tailor my program. So the same principles need to apply to you. We need to investigate your problem and then just use the appropriate tools and exercises to get towards whatever your goals may be. So if you're sick of having back pain dictate your life, and you're sick of not getting any clear answers, but you're prepared to work hard at it and work with me to kind of get to the bottom of what's going on, and also be aware that you need to start changing your daily movement habits and posture habits, then this is the program to help you. And again, it's all designed, instead of quick fixes, it's going to be a little bit of hard work and a bit of dedication, but it's more about giving you the tools and the knowledge then to maintain a pain-free back for the rest of your life. So if you're ready to ditch the quick fixes, ready to get to work with a proper, genuine, long-term solution, then this is the program to help you. So if that sounds like you, fill out the application form to give me some more information about your injury and you, and I'll get back to you to arrange an initial consultation, and then we can start putting together a plan of action to help you get out of pain and get you back towards your goals.